"We're taking your cabin for the summer," my cousin announced in the family group chat. Everyone loved the idea. I watched them drive 6 hours up the mountain. Then I activated the new security system. The cameras caught their faces. The message that would upend my family's summer plans arrived at 6:15 a.m. on a Tuesday. My cousin Peter's name popped up in the family group chat. "Amazing news. Since Nathan's mountain cabin is just sitting empty, we're turning it into the family's summer home. Already planned everything. Moving up there next week." I sat in my downtown Seattle office, watching the cascade of messages that followed. The early morning sun hadn't yet hit the top floors of my tech company's building, but my family's entitlement was already in full shine. "Perfect timing," my sister Amanda chimed in. "The kids need a summer adventure. Nathan never uses that place anyway." My Aunt Susan added, "It's about time someone put that property to good use. Nathan's always been too busy with his startup to appreciate what he has." I sipped my coffee, watching their messages flood the screen. They had no idea what my startup actually was, or what that cabin represented. To them I was still the family underachiever. The guy who'd walked away from Dad's real estate business to play with computers. The cabin they were so eagerly claiming wasn't just some vacation home. It was the headquarters of Mountain Peak Security Systems, my company's most advanced testing facility. The empty cabin housed millions in prototype security technology, and served as our primary development site for government contracts. But they didn't know that. They'd never bothered to ask what I actually did for a living. My phone buzzed again as Peter created a new group chat, Mountain Home Renovation Plans. He'd already added an interior designer and a contractor. Nathan never had good taste anyway. He wrote, "Wait till you see what we're planning." I pulled up the cabin security feeds on my laptop. The exterior looked deliberately rustic, weathered wood and simple lines blending into the mountainside. Inside was a different story: state-of-the-art testing labs, advanced surveillance systems and prototype security measures that would make most military bases look primitive. "Sir," my assistant Thomas knocked on my office door. "The Defense Department representatives are here for the demonstration." I nodded, still watching my family chat. "Tell them we'll do it at the cabin. Next week, I think it's time for an unscheduled security test." Thomas glanced at my phone. "Your family's still planning to move in." "They are." I smiled slightly. "Should be interesting." The next week passed in a blur of messages. My family had gone all in on their plan. Peter had rented a moving truck. Amanda had withdrawn her kids from summer camp. Aunt Susan had already ordered new furniture. Not once did anyone actually ask my permission. They simply assumed that because I lived in Seattle, the cabin must be unused. Their messages were filled with plans to modernize the outdated security system and replace the ancient electrical setup. If they only knew that the outdated security system was worth more than their houses combined.